China, with its Great Wall built to protect a peace-loving people who were forced to forsake their plows to take up arms. Simple people like these, a people who today are fighting for their very lives. Yes, this is a story of what modern war did to China. But more than that, it is the story of the little devils and of the boy who was their inspiration. That boy was Little Butch. The little devils are Chinese children fighting a man's war, guerrilla fashion. And the little devils are real, very real. The Japs have found that out. Starved, tortured, and brutalized, they fight on for freedom and for the China of tomorrow. The picture you are about to see is based on absolute fact.
Must have shot my reserve tank full of holes. Gas is about gone. Gotta land, Eddie.
Okay, Skipper. I'll follow you in. You can refuel from my crate. I got plenty.
Hang on, then. Here we go. We'll land just the other side of that clump of trees.
What's there?
A flat field. The town is Kaiming.
Town was Kaiming. Take a look.
They got our picture over here. Hey, Butch. We're getting more valuable. They want us alive, too.
Looks like we're the only live things around here. Japs certainly polished this off, but good. Uh-oh. Here's something alive. Just a kid. Give me a drink of that water. We gotta get him out of here.
Where to? We gotta get going.
Back to the field until we can think of something. Holy mackerel. One kid left out of a whole village. And he's half dead. Take it easy, kid. We're friends. Americans.
Americans. Flying tigers.
That about sets everything.
Piggy's wife, what's going on?
No, he's busy getting himself all polished up. He don't know what for. That I'll guarantee you.
Get your guitar.
Yeah.
Okay, Harry. We're all set.
Just passing by at time.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, little Butchie. Happy birthday to you.
Make a wish and blow. Now, son, I gotta make a little spiel. It was just a year ago today that Eddie and I found you in that village. So from now on, this is your birthday. You savvy?
Sure, me 13 years old.
Yeah, but as far as we're concerned, you're only 1 year old. Savvy?
Check.
Now, you've passed the probationary period, and you've turned out to be neither a panty waist or a wiseout. So we've decided to legally adopt you. From now on, we're your honorable ancestors.
Thank you all. Okay, let's eat cake.
Oh, no, take it easy, kid. That comes later. First, we're going to call the roll of your father.
Edward Thomas Patrick Finley says you're Eddie Finley, Jr.
Harold Van Merritt. This makes you Harold Van Merritt the fifth, unless I've miscounted.
This makes you James McGinnis the fourth, and I'm sure of the count.
Richard W. Jones, this makes you one of the Jones boys.
This makes you my son, Thomas Rafferty Hatch. That makes you Oliver Tracy. No relation of the famous Dick.
Now you're Brady Coombs. This makes you a West Side boy, and don't let me catch you on the East Side.
And you're also John Joseph Dooley, Jr.
John Joseph.
That's me.
Okay, Butch.
Well, little man, how about a speech from you?
Mixed up family make little Butch very happy. Okay, let's eat cake.
No, wait. Not yet. As commander of this squadron, I hereby make you a flying tiger in good standing. You got anything to say, sir?
Let's eat cake.
He's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Okay, you guys, rise and shine. Up to Daisy. Oh! Hurts me more than you, big boy. Just 'cause you birds got plastered last night celebrating my birthday, no excuse for you to sleep all morning. Come on, hit the deck. Okay, you asked for it.
Okay, pal, we're up.
What do you think you're doing, little guy?
I was.
Yeah, I know. Make 'em believe that's a Jap and you're a commando.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. You can't fool me. I know that trick. It's one of the stunts they teach at the commando school down in the valley. So you've been over there watching them again, haven't you? I thought so. Haven't I told you 100 times you're too young for that sort of stuff? No. Okay. You won't be able to hang around there much longer.
Why not?
Come inside and I'll tell you. It's going to be tough, fellas, but we have to go through with it. Chum, we got something we want to talk to you about. It ain't going to be exactly easy.
Okay, big guy. Shoot, I can take it.
Take it. It ain't going to be so hard to take. It ought to make you very happy.
I'll say.
It's the greatest break in the world for you.
Chance I wish I had when I was a kid.
We've been thinking about it for a long time, pal.
Okay. Break it up. Spill the dope.
Well, for 3 years now, we've had the privilege of having you with us. You've become one of the gang. But we've been mighty selfish about you, son. We've been thinking of ourselves and not of you. But now we're going to think about you and what's best for you.
You're best for me, Big Butch.
No, not. We're not. Oh, we taught you a lot of things, yes. But what kind of things? How to clean a spark plug, how to hit the silk, what a flyer means when he says he's going upstairs, and how to kibitz a poker game.
Yeah, and I ain't doing bad either.
Sure. But there's a lot of things we haven't taught you. How to read. What kind of things to read. Books are great things, kid. You can learn an awful lot from books that we could never teach you. Did you ever hear of a thing called school?
School? Sure, commando school.
No. No, not commando school. That's just what I don't mean. I mean school where you learn reading, writing, arithmetic, chemistry, history, poetry, calculus.
Well, I learned all this malarkey.
There's a certain party I'd like you to meet.
Yeah? Where is he?
About 100 miles from here. He's got a school for kids just like you. Kids who lost their families, their fathers and mothers.
A mission, huh? Oh,
No, don't be a wise-o. I'm talking about the man they called Tornado Temple, see? One of the greatest football players that ever lived.
He was, huh?
You bet he was. And he's just as good a doctor and surgeon as he was a halfback. He's a great guy, little Butch. A triple threat guy.
But what about you guys? I don't want to leave you guys. Where will you be?
Oh, now, don't you worry. We'll be around. We've all chipped in and made up a purse that you're going to give to Doc Temple. It'll cover your expenses and then some. You see, it's a whole lot easier for 8 fathers to provide for one kid than it is for one father to provide for 8 kids.
Say, that's right. I never thought of it like that.
Well, son, I guess that's about all. I'm flying you to Doc Temple's mission right after breakfast.
I don't want any breakfast.
Come on, pal. I'll help you pack.
I'll get the ship ready.
I'll help you.
Come along.
Fine pal you turned out to be.
Okay. Maybe you don't think so now.
How am I going to learn to fly a plane at that mission?
Now, listen, educated war kid. It's where those books will come in handy. And Doc Temple.
Poetry.
Sure, why not? Poetry of motion. That's what an airplane is. Don't you worry, old-timer. You'll be upstairs yourself one of these days, flying a ship of your own.
You mean it?
Of course I mean it.
My own ship. Over Tokyo. Gee, that's worth living for.
Worth studying for, too. So burn the midnight oil, kid, and lick that calculus.
Promise me one thing, will you? Just one.
Sky's the limit.
If you bomb Tokyo, and I'm not ready yet to go upstairs all by myself, will you come and get me? And take me with you?
Well, there's no one I'd rather have as a co-pilot. Well, pal, it won't be long now.
Dixie, I know this school.
There she is. See it? It's Doc Temple's mission.
That's fine. I couldn't do better myself.
Thank you, sir. Airplane.
Now, easy, easy. There's nothing to be frightened about.
Wasn't that a bomb?
No, it couldn't have been a bomb.
Why not?
Because we're all living here under a neutral flag.
Get ready to hit the silk.
I don't want to leave you, Big Butch.
I'll just settle the machine a couple of times, let them know everything's all right. And I'll take her upstairs high enough for you to jump. And I'll head for home. I'll have a swarm of zeros on my tail.
Oh, look, a flying tiger.
Yes.
Okay, chum. Heads up.
Chum. Well, anyway, don't forget our date over Tokyo.
Be the little fellow the Tigers are sending us. Butch Dooley wrote me they were sending us another orphan.
Dr. Temple, I think he's having trouble.
No, I don't think so. I think he's just working the lines on his chute so that he can land here. young man.
You're Temple?
Yes, I'm Dr. Temple.
Okay, guys, take care of my suit. I'll show you how to pack it later. Doc, I got something for you. Moolah for my chow and stuff. And you're supposed to smarten me up. They're sent to you by my fathers.
Your father's?
That's right. 8 of them. They chipped in and made up a jackpot.
Just who are your fathers?
You want them all? Or just the top man? The top man's Dooley.
Yes, I know. Was that Butch Dooley up there?
Who else do you think could stand a P-40 on his tail and make it grab the sky? You think flyers like that grow on trees?
I'm sorry he couldn't land. I'd like to have seen Butch Dooley.
You ain't got anything in books he needs to find out. I'm the guy who needs the treatment.
Well, I'm glad to have you with us. I'd like you to meet some of the other children.
Children? I'm no child.
Well, perhaps I should have said students.
That's better. How are you, students? I'm Betty Calhoun Wong. Calhoun? That's an American name. Certainly. I'm an adopted American. We all are. Orphans adopted by nice people all over the United States. I've been pretty near adopted by the whole United States myself.
I'm Manny Ginsburg Wu.
I'm Alfred Sibley Zing. I'm Leo Brooks' son. I'm Patrick Moulton Poole. Okay. Glad to meet you, fellow Americans. Now, Doc, how about cracking out with the book? I ain't got too much time. We'll brief the course. We'll start at 2 times 2 and we'll wind up with calculus.
Well, that's fine. I'm glad to see you so eager to learn.
Just 'cause it's orders, Doc. Butch says learn and I learn. You got the moolah and you got the book. You open the books and we dig in.
Well, that's the spirit, I suppose.
Okay, let's get at the calculus. Nice little place you got here, Doc. Where's the book?
Well, son, there's things we're going to try and teach you here that don't come out of books.
Yeah, I know those things. You stand them when a lady comes into the room, eat with a fork, take a bath every day, and you never draw to an inside straight.
Son, you've been sent here by a friend of mine. A very great friend, and I'm glad to have you here. But I think I understand why he sent you.
Don't make no sense to me yet. When are you going to crack out with the book?
The first lesson doesn't come out of a book. It, starts with this. I'd like to have you sweep up this room.
Who? Me? Ain't you got no grease monkeys around here?
Oh, yes. You're a fresh one every day. But today his name is Little Butch Dooley. And, after you get through sweeping it, mop it.
Okay, Doc, where's the mop?
You'll find it in the dress closet on the left.
Hiya, students. What's cooking? How do you do, Mr. Butch Dooley? Hiya, Duchess. And never mind the mister. Just call me Butch. Good afternoon, Mr. Butch. Hiya, Nancy. Who's the shorty? What's his name? He hasn't one exactly. He's new. No one's adopted him yet. A foreigner, huh? Well, we'll give him a name right now. Now, let's see. I know. We'll call you Joe Doe. Joe Doe? Who's Joe Doe? What? You never heard of Joe Doe? Why, Joe Doe is the best-known man in the whole United States. Students, meet Mr. Joe Doe. Okay, Ixnay on the acting crate. What's the order of the day?
How about the football practice, sir?
Football? I'll show you birds a game that'll make football look like a tea party. It's called Commandos. Did you ever hear of it? I thought so. Loafing around here while our soldiers are out there fighting for us. Fighting without guns, ammunition, or even food.
How do you play Commandos, Mr. Butch?
Yes, we'd like to learn.
Okay, I'll show you. Now, the first thing you gotta do is learn to be quiet. You gotta be able to crawl on the ground like a snake without being discovered. If you make any noise, you're dead. Okay, watch me and I'll show you what to do.
Mr. Butch, Dr. Temple doesn't want us to play war games.
War ain't no game. I'll show you a simple little trick called garroting. Of course, you have to have something to garrot with. After you slip the noose over the enemy's head, one pull one way and one the other. Okay, now pull as hard as you can. Great, snap off his head like a chicken. Now I'll show you what to do in case his neck don't break. Okay, Steve, that's all for today.
No, that's not all for today. Children here, little Butch, are no part of the war.
They're orphans, ain't they?
Yes?
And what makes them orphans? Because their fathers and mothers were murdered. Or worse.
Yes, but while they're living here under that neutral flag, they mustn't violate that neutrality in any way.
Yes, I know. That's a great flag, and I love it. But we're Chinese, and nobody can turn on neutral blood in our veins. While those Japs go on with their murdering, we ain't going to sit around playing panty-waist games.
So you think football is panty-waist?
Well, I guess it's all right for softies.
Suppose you take a look at the shoestring tackle. I hardly think you'll call that panty-waist. All right, boys. Come on out in the field. All right, who's next, man? Ready? Fight! Well, it's a little high.
Let me have a crack at that.
All right, little Butch. Ready now. Fight! Not bad. A little high, but not bad at all.
Just imagine you were a Jap, that's all. Feels good. That shoestring tackle is great stuff.
Well, I thought you'd like it. Football's great stuff, too. Teaches you to play the game according to the rules. And war. War has rules, too. Such as leaving the children out of it.
Not where I come from.
Well, but you're here now. Don't you see, little Butch? We planned this place as a home for children. A sanctuary. Yes, even within the earshot of battle.
You did, huh?
Of course we did. Madame Chiang Kai-shek stirred the world with her appeal for the children of China. These girls and boys had to learn to smile again. I don't want them to ever lose that smile. Don't you understand, little Butch? Children have no place in war.
They don't, huh? Then how'd I get this? I got her trying to protect my mother, that's how. And you tell me kids got no place in war. I don't know about anybody else. I only know how I feel, and I'm gonna fight. Spying on us, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm only following you.
What for?
Just that I wanted to, please.
Ixnay, this ain't for dames.
You'll find out you can't fight this war without women.
You tell that to Doc Temple. No, don't tell him anything.
No, I won't.
No, I don't think you would. But we can't take you with us. Thanks just the same, Dutch.
Joe, you're too young.
Not too young, my little devil.
Little Joe, you beat it back to the mission as fast as you can. On the double, go on. Hamstring. Okay, guys, we gotta get this stuff to our soldiers. Hurry, it's almost gone.
Brought us more gifts from the guys.
Gas for planes to China.
Good. Thanks, boys. Hands to our prayers.
Good, pal. Nobody suspects the kids. We just slip through their lines like a dime through a crack.
We're blessed. Now I can fight, too.
We gotta get back to Fort Chapel. I promised my adopted fathers that I'd never miss chapel. So long. See you guys in a couple of days.
Strange to you these days, but I must always depart from my prepared talk, as if this man-made thunder seeks to drown out heaven and say, I am the power, I am the glory. Perhaps we should hasten to the fields and preach to the birds, lest they despair of man and his words. They cannot still the song of the birds. I hear a rival to both my talk and the cannon fire. Well, this is a great compliment to my peace sermon. What is this, an epidemic of sleeping sickness?
He's bleeding.
Joe. There's no bones broken, but he's very sick. Little Butch, Dr. Temple would like to see you.
Doc, will he be all right?
Oh, I believe he'll recover. But no one can ever be sure. Little Butch.
Yes, sir?
I'm not going to try to find out where you've been or what you've done. I'm not going to pry into your secrets. But this must be the end of these night excursions of yours.
Gosh, Doc, why did he have to follow us?
Because he worships you. His last thought before he went under the ether was to exonerate you. He said you didn't know he followed you.
Of course not.
I know. Little Butch, I want you to give me your solemn word of honor
I can't, Dr. Temple. You don't understand. Don't you see?
No. All I can see is the result of your complete disregard of my wishes.
But we didn't know he was going to follow us. He told you so. Gee, Doc, I wouldn't let anything happen to little Joe for nothing.
But something did happen to him. He's very badly wounded.
Listen to that gunfire, Doc. You know what that means? It means our soldiers are out there dying. Dying for me. And you. And China. Yeah, and for America, too.
I know. But I still believe there's a better way. And I think someday the world will find it.
Okay. And so what happens till that someday comes?
Well, until that someday comes, peaceful nations will have to defend themselves, of course. You know, the good book says, thou shalt not kill.
Yeah. But it also says something about an eye for an eye, too.
There it is, Dr. Temple. I guess some traitor put it up. It's still wet.
Father in heaven, hear my prayer. Prayer for my boys, who from the depths of peril and hatred. Guide them back. Shield and spare them.
Me too, sir. Amen. Thank you, George Oaks. Okay, guys. This is the ammunition dump. When I give you the signal, pull a pin and let them have it. Then arm scrape, but fast.
Good morning, Temple.
Well, I'm very happy that I'm able to find you. Where is Manny and Donald? I said, where are my boys?
The Japs got them.
You mean they've been killed?
No, not killed, but
But what?
I guess they will be. They knew what might happen to them if they were caught. We all did.
You've led these children into committing crimes punishable by death? Go home, all of you. You'll see the Japanese commander at once. I'll appeal to him,
Appeal to him? Appeal to a Jap?
Of course, why not?
I guess you don't know Japs like I do, Doc.
I know them only too well. But I can't leave any stone unturned to try to save the lives of my boys.
Okay, Doc. But I'm telling you, it won't work.
You've led these children to the point of death for the last time. This is the end.
What do you mean, the end?
I mean you've been a disrupting influence since the day you came. I have no course but to send you back to Butch Dooley.
You mean you're going to send me away?
The minute I return to the mission, pack your things and be ready to go. I know how serious their offense is under military law. But what occurred was really my fault. I failed to act in time to prevent it. However, I can promise you that it won't happen again. From now on, boys will maintain absolute neutrality. Won't you please give my boys another chance? At the very least, we can keep children from the horrors of war.
You have finished.
Yes?
I'm left with but one choice. To shoot them as spies and as guerrillas. To make an example of them for the other children of China.
Colonel, consider the friendship of our two countries. Those children of the mission are under a neutral flag.
Evidently, this day has no significance for you?
That's the greatest significance. In my country, it's the Lord's Day.
Is it possible that you have not heard? But of course, you Americans are so seldom aware of the march of progress.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
So sorry. Allow me to enlighten you. Most important date in history. December 8, 1941. In your country, December 7. Early in the morning, the Pacific Fleet ceased to exist. The beautiful Pearl Harbor is no longer beautiful.
You mean...
Japan has struck. Pig-headed Americans have at last felt the might of our emperor's sword. Naturally, you are my prisoner of war. Forgive me, but you don't know how funny it is.
Funny? No, I'm afraid I don't see the humor in it. The two of my children out there awaiting execution.
Merely to edify other little devils.
But, Colonel,
The subject is closed.
May I be permitted to see my boys?
With pleasure. I will provide you with an escort.
My boys, done all I can. Doesn't seem very much that I can say at a time like this.
We're not afraid, Dr. Temple. No, sir.
Time is up. Going. Okay.
Me too.
It's okay, little Joe. You hurt your arm.
No, I'm almost well now. Here, little Butch, use this.
Thanks just the same, Duchess, but I'll be okay with this.
I never use it, really. Please take it.
Well...
Here, let me help you. They're always so untidy. Me too.
What's up, Pat?
Dr. Temple's been taken prisoner.
Prisoner, huh? Serves him right for going over there and trying to plead with a Jap. Hey, wait a minute. How could they make him a prisoner? He's an American.
That's just it. Japan and America are at war.
A prisoner of war, huh?
May I have their bodies for Christian burial?
I'm afraid not. On display in the marketplace, they were served as an effective warning to other little devils.
Oh, boy.
You forget yourself, Dr. Temple. Show the prisoner every courtesy. No harm must come to the hostage, the famous Tornado. You will be valuable in exchange.
Pardon, please. We prepared gifts for Honorable Colonel.
Chinese children with gifts for Colonel.
Come in. Chinese children with gifts for the Colonel.
Show them in. So you see, Dr. Temple, my method already bears fruit.
Eggs for Honorable Colonel.
Eggs for Honorable Colonel. Hi!
Out of the window. Forward.
Eggs for Honorable Colonel. They hit you, didn't they, Doc? You haven't squawked once.
Well, I'm not in squawking company.
Big Butch said you were tough. How do you feel about war now?
I'm afraid it'll take more than one bullet to change my point of view, son.
Then I guess you still want me to pass, huh? Don't I rescuing you, saving your life, maybe? Don't that make any difference?
I'm afraid you're too young to understand, son. What happens to me doesn't matter. It's the lives of my children that count. What happens to them means everything to me. Come on. We must get back to the mission at once.
It's no use, Doc. The Japs will be there waiting for us.
Dr. Temple. Oh, little Butch. Dr. Temple. The whole...
The children, are they safe? Tell me.
They're safe, all of them. But the Japs bombed the mission. It all from that little hill there.
That's what's left of your mission, Doc. Don't that change your point of view?
No. I still think there's a better way. Where are the other children?
They're all at the cave. Sing Po warned us in time. He told us that you had escaped and that many Jap soldiers were headed for the mission. Everyone carried as much as they could, and I led them to headquarters.
Just where are these headquarters?
It's a cave where we've been hiding ever since we started raiding the Japs. We got guns, ammunition, food, everything hidden there.
and the ringtails will never find it.
Well, then we must go there at once. There's only one thing to do now. We'll have to get all the children across the river as soon as possible. Come on. There's no time to be lost.
Please, this way.
Children, attention, please. As you all probably know, Japan has attacked America. We're no longer neutral. So we must get across the river at once. I have friends on the other side. Many friends who'll shelter us and lead us to safety. So let's get ready as soon as we can.
Let us rest your wound before we leave, Dr. Temple.
Oh, I don't think we ought to take the time, Betty Lou.
It won't take but a few minutes. And it's nurse's orders. Please.
All right, nurse. But don't let's fuss too long over it.
Tigers got against so many zeros.
Just wait and you'll see. Look, they got one of our guys. Got a chance. The wind's taking him right to the village.
And there'll be 50 Jap soldiers there to pick him up as soon as he gets to the hurt.
Look, the field's got another one.
Little Butch, what chance do you think you stand of finding those flies before the Japanese soldiers do?
We'll find them first. They may be laying out there with broken bones, burned, or...
Japanese patrols will be combing the countryside within 5 minutes.
And you know what'll happen if the dirty Japs find them first, don't you? They'll torture them. Don't you see, Doc? We gotta go.
Supposing you get captured the same as Manny and Donald did. The same fate will be waiting for you. No, Little Butch is too great a chance.
Don't try to stop us, Doc. Please. I think you're a wonderful fine man. But you've only been in this war for a few days. I've been in for nearly my whole life, and Funny, but I feel older than you. Yeah. I remember. On our first air raid, my mother told me that we were all 100 years old. Well, I guess that's about it, Doc. I must be about 500 years old. You stay here and get everything ready, won't you, Doc? No telling how bad those guys are hurt. That'll be your part of the job, to fix them up.
Little Butch is right, Dr. Temple. There is a chance. Nancy and I'll help you get things ready. Stay.
Okay, guys, let's go. Leo, you Alfred and George go after the tiger that bailed out. Head for the village. The rest of us will go after the big plane. No telling how many guys are in that.
Noodles reports for duty.
Now listen, Joe, you're too young for jobs like this. We gotta make speed. You'd only hold us up. We could take old Joe with us to the village.
Sure. Please, me little devil, too.
Okay, you go with Leo. But if you ball anything up, you're through.
Me no ball up.
Okay, get going.
plane come down? You sure?
Easy. A leg. Don't shoot. Was the bar alive? A good Jap now. Little Butch.
Eddie.
Well, what do you know?
Harry. Where's Big Butch?
He's upstairs there somewhere. We hope.
We gotta get you two guys out of here. These two ringtails ain't the only ones in this neighborhood. And you guys are in bad shape.
Nah, we're okay, kid.
No, you ain't. Okay, guys. We gotta get these two fellas back to headquarters. Pronto. You bring the gun.
Just for giving me a drink of water, you'll hang a whole family?
Japan always keeps her word. If but one house shoulders an American flag, all houses are forfeit. As for you children, one of you joins or helps a band of young traders known as the Little Devils. 10 of you will be strung up by your thumbs. Joey! Japan keeps her word.
Wait, in the name of heaven, Captain. What could they do? I dragged myself to their door and begged for a glass of water and a rag to tie up my leg. Hang me, I did it to them.
It lies within your power to save them.
My power?
Tell us the exact location of the base you took off from. It will be useless for you to try to deceive us. As you know, we can verify your statements in a few hours.
The choice is not yours. It is our life that are at stake. I will ask my family. What do you say, Mother?
It is not for me to say. I will ask my youngest. He has the longest to live. What does my man-child say? Do you want to keep your years so that another may die?
No, never, my mother.
My son. What do my daughter say?
I'm my brother's sister and your daughter, and yours, my father. My greatest wish is to be worthy of you.
My sister has echoed my thoughts until we meet again in heaven with our ancestors.
Very well. You have made your choice. Don't kill him. Remove him at once to headquarters at Wuming for questioning.
Arms great.
Oh, this is going to burn a little.
The Japs have burned the village and are hanging a whole family for helping the wounded American flyers. Is the flyer there now? No, four guards are taking him to Jap headquarters in the hills near Wuming. They are, huh? Then we gotta hit him off. Here they come. Gee, that flyer looks hurt bad. Butch, don't be too angry with me. I brought some iodine and bandages. The American Flyer may need them.
I told you once before. Dame's got no Jeepers, I got it. Patrick, you guys go down the road a ways till you come to a heavy brush. It's a great spot for an ambush. Betty Lou will bring the Japs right past you. Give her time to get out of the way, then let 'em have it. It's everything you got. Here, give me that rifle.
Here, take my kit.
Okay, now beat it. Listen, Betty Lou. I want you to go down that road and meet those Japs. They'll never suspect the dame. They're a stinking little traitor, see? And you can lead them to 2 more tigers. Get it?
I get it.
Good luck, little devil.
Am I? Really? What's wrong, little Butch? Funny, for a moment I thought I was looking at my mother. Maybe you were.
You'll be careful, won't you?
I will. Little Butch, I've heard the most beautiful thing a girl can ever hear.
Gee, Betty Lou, Okay, cut the mush. Get going, scram!
Isn't he funny? But is that all you've caught? Just one? I know where there's 2 more, ever so near here. But I won't tell.
Where are they, my pretty one?
Would you give me if I tell you? I want much money for my dowry. That's what my mother told me to ask for. She's watching them.
Ah, a queen's dowry you shall have. In silver. Your weight in silver.
Have you enough men? There's 2 of them, and they have machine guns. They took it from the plane before they set it on fire.
Shame on you. Betraying men who came to help your country.
This way.
Echo.
They're just over the hill.
Bonsai yourself and see if you like it.
Betty Lou! Gee, Betty Lou, are you hurt? I was a little scared, but I'm all right now.
Nice timing, guys. You better get Betty Lou back to Dr. Temple. Stay off the road.
I'll be seeing you, little Butch.
Be seeing you, Duchess. Pat, you come with me. You gotta get that flyer back to the king.
Don't worry about him, fella. You got him. The rising sun is set.
Keeper. The skipper. Don't tell me it's you, big guy. Don't you know me? It's me, little Butch.
Know you? I'd know you any place, kid. You and I sure pick out a funny spot to meet in, don't we?
This is great, ain't it? You and me together again?
Check.
Hey, we gotta get to the headquarters. You know who's up there? Your old pal, Tornado Temple.
Good old Doc Temple.
Yeah, he's a great guy. But, well, me and him ain't hitting it off too good. Patrick!
Ready, nurse? I'm sorry, Butch, there's no anesthetic. You just have to control yourself. Now, don't pull your leg away. If it gets too rough, yell.
Okay, Doc. You know a story to pass the time away, little guy?
No forever and ever.
That was my mother's favorite.
Why don't you tell it to me?
Okay. Once upon a time.
Yeah?
Well, there was a princess. The old man wanted her to marry a king like himself. An old dodo. And she was beautiful. Like a pinup girl, see?
Yeah?
And she was in love with the gardener's son. I guess he was about as good looking as you.
That good looking?
She didn't want to go against her old man's orders. And so they dressed her up in her wedding dress. The moon was shining, see?
I can see it.
And she went out on the balcony to look at the gardener's son for the last time in her life.
She did.
And he was looking at her for the last time in his life.
Kids.
Well, anyway, in the morning, the king's stooges came to take the princess to her wedding. They found her and the gardener's son still there, still looking at each other. Because they'd turned into white jade statues. Forever and ever, see? Hang on, Skipper. The dock will be through in a minute.
It ain't the pain. Poor little princess.
Gosh, Dr. Temple, I think they spotted me. We better get out of here as soon as we can.
All right, get ready, everybody. Boys, take care of the skipper. Better get his coat on.
Easy.
Easy now.
You better go back and keep an eye out for those ringtails.
Okay.
How's the jam, Skipper?
Not bad. Considering the bouncing it took.
Then everything's set now. You got no worries.
That's great, kid.
You won't forget our date upstairs to bomb Tokyo, will you?
Now, don't you worry about that, little guy. Oh, by the way, Tigers may disband. When we do keep that date, we'll probably be flying for Uncle Sam.
See, that's top, Skipper. Well, so long.
So long? What do you mean, so long? What happens with you? Aren't you going with us?
Oh, sure. Only there ain't enough room in this sampan for all of us. We got another boat hidden in the next cove. Well, I'll see you on the other side.
I'll see you on the other side too, little Butch.
Yeah. Sure, Betty Lou. I'll be seeing you.
The other boat.
There ain't no other boat, Doc.
What? Oh, I see. Just what do you propose to do?
There's only one thing we can do. We gotta hold back those ringtails long enough for Big Butch and the rest of them to get across the river.
You think you can hold back a whole detachment of Japs with a handful of children?
Sure. The only way they can get to the river is through the gorge. It's the only opening in 10 miles. Don't you see, Doc?
Little Butch, Jeff's going up the valley on motorcycle.
Okay, Pat. Tell all the guys to get everything they can. Rails, rocks, anything up to the mouth of the gorge. It's the best spot for a barricade. I'll be with you in a minute.
A little Butch.
Don't try to stop us, Doc. Please. You just gotta hold the Jets till the Tigers get away. Remember, it takes a lot of dough to train a flyer. And Big Butch is your pal, too.
I know.
I know you think what I'm doing is wrong. Well, maybe it is. But it's the only way I know.
My boy.
You stay out of this, Doc. Remember, this ain't your racket. So long, Doc. I'll be seeing you. Here they come. Okay, guys, we just gotta hold them. Let them have it.
You're wounded.
Okay, Doc. Just knocked the wind out of me. That's it.
You're badly hurt.
You mean my number's up? I get you. I don't suppose I have any chance of going to heaven. Have I?
What made you say that?
Because I did a lot of things you didn't like.
What I like doesn't matter, son. It's what pleases God that counts.
Then you think maybe he'll let me in?
I'm sure he will.
It's way up there in the sky.
Yes, way up there.
What's the altitude?
I think it's all altitude.
Really upstairs, huh?
Yes.
Then I just gotta make it. Because I gotta take this big boot upstairs to bomb Tokyo.
matter?
Nothing. Just thinking.
Kid, huh? Yeah, what a guy. One thing he wanted most was to take this trip over Tokyo.
Yeah. Well, little guy, this is it. And it's your party.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Skipper. Bombs away.